Hi Taurus, it's Amber here at Symbols for Living. Hope that you're very well. Welcome to your October reading. I know it's really late in the month to be giving you an October reading, but it is still the month of October and it is a reading, so I guess technically it's fine. But yeah, I do apologise for it being so late in the month. I do try very hard to get these out to you guys in a timely manner, but I don't always succeed, and I do apologise. But thank you for your patience, thank you for joining me. If you'd like to support the channel, please do like, share and subscribe. Feel free to check out my Instagram posts for designs from my collection at Symbols for Living. That would include the postcards here, the birthday postcards for each astrological sign. Or you can directly donate to help sustain the channel using the PayPal link in the description below. That'd be great, and that would also help me to make more time to do these videos. So your support is much appreciated and definitely makes a difference. So yeah, that all being said, I'll go ahead with your reading. So overall, we've got the Two of Coins as the overall energy for October. I do know that, you know, it is late in the month, so this reading probably encapsulates the, you know, beginning of October right through to probably to the middle of November. And readings generally do, like, even when you hear an October reading, the likelihood is they're talking a bit about September and possibly even August, you know. So time is really fluid, but I guess this reading is just capturing the energy of the moment, and should, I think, play out over about 4 weeks, so 4 to 6 weeks. So I would say this information does apply until the middle of November. So with the Two of Coins, as I was saying, for this month or this 30-day period, it looks like you, Taurus, will be juggling. I feel that something new possibly has just been introduced to your life, either a new job or a new partner, and you maybe are finding it a little bit difficult to adjust. And when I say difficult, not in a painful way, more just in a challenging way. It's just having to kind of rearrange things and maybe reprioritize your life in some way, or your life's obligations in some way. But ultimately, the Two of Coins, I feel, is quite a positive card. The man on there, it looks quite, you know, playful almost, with the waves being quite dramatic, and you know, he's wearing this funny hat and he's almost like dancing. It just seems quite positive. So hopefully it's a positive change that's come in, that's kind of probably brought a bit of excitement into your life, like a pleasant disruption. Okay, so essentially here we have got the Page of Cups and the Judgment card. So the central position is how your partner feels about you. So with the Page of Cups and Judgment, it looks like there's going to be a big reveal, with the Page of Cups being about messages of love and Judgment card being all about things kind of coming out of a closet, people being honest, people being mature enough to be honest, you know, being an open book. And also sometimes this person could be looking for forgiveness, but I believe that this could be the new thing that could have been introduced to your life. And yeah, I mean, the Judgment card energy is quite strong, so with that kind of introduction, that would bring a challenge into your life, or definitely feel like some sort of disruption. And major arcanas definitely always carry that kind of energy where you can't really miss the energy, like something will occur. And with the Page of Cups here, it looks like the change has got to do with love. Your partner could be a lot younger than you, possibly even 10 years younger than you, or you them. They could be a water sign, but they definitely feel like they want to open up, they want to finally get something off their chest. For them, you know, I think they will be quite shy about it. It's not like they're coming in as the Knight of Cups with this message. They're coming in as the Page of Cups. They may be a little bit more reserved, maybe say it kind of in a quiet way, not really shouting from the rooftops. It will be innocent, it will be pure. It may be a slight infatuation as well, as it is the Page of Cups. So this person may be kind of new to love, or hasn't had a relationship for a little while, and it's kind of testing the waters out, testing the waters again. But for them, this is, I feel that they are being quite brave and courageous in their attempts to let you know how they really feel. But it will be like probably some sort of secret that's been revealed, or something that this person has been waiting to tell you for some time. You yourself are coming in. Sorry, one moment. I need to fix something. Sorry about that. I need the music to come back on. It was distracting me not playing because I started with it playing. So yeah, so the World card here, this shows me, Taurus, that you yourself feel that there is some sort of completion. Maybe you have been waiting for this message to come in. Maybe you were expecting the message, and now you're you feel like things have finally come full circle. You finally have got the information that you wanted to. It could have been a long wait, especially with the Nine of Swords here in the past. There was some stress or anxiety possibly about waiting for someone that was being quite slow here with the Page of the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, it looks like you finally got whatever it is that you've been waiting for. You may have been working quite hard on a relationship. You could have been working quite hard to prepare yourself possibly for a relationship, doing some inner work. But it looks like, yeah, you were quite apprehensive about this in the past. Even though there was good news here, the Sun card. There's some positive energy in the past here within your relationships. It still seemed to cause some sort of frustration for you, especially when you're alone and are left with your own thoughts. You seem to have in the past only been able to see the negative side of things, seeing what was lacking in a situation, seeing what went wrong in a situation. And I think that's really quite normal for, especially if you're, you know, a girl watching. I think, and even guys really, you know, whenever you do embark on a new relationship or a new offer is made to you from someone that you actually do care about, it can bring about all sorts of fears and worries and anxieties. And, you know, we've all probably heard of, you know, the kind of possibly avoidant personality, and then you've got like the more attached personality in relationships, and basically it's just two ways that sometimes we negatively express ourselves when we're faced with a fearful situation in a relationship, and you find that guys often pull away and girls often get attached, but ultimately there's still anxiety underneath both of those kind of actions or behaviors. But it could just be a bit of that, where maybe something initially was offered to you and it's just kind of sent you into a bit of a spin of kind of anxiety, because maybe it just looked too good to be true, or maybe you're worried about self-sabotaging and things like that. You know what us girls do, you know, we over worry sometimes when there are new relationships in our lives. But yeah. Okay, so, but you ultimately feel like you've come out of that now. You feel like maybe this person finally has said something. They finally have said, look, I do like you. Or maybe it's you, you know, maybe this is how they literally feel about you. Like you have come along and finally opened up your heart and said, look, I really would like to see what it's like to be in a relationship with you. But definitely some closure has been gotten, and I feel that now the relationship will progress and hopefully have something to build on. But in the past, like I said, you were quite stressed out about this new possibility, so it may have been quite stressful. But it looks like the Two of Coins will be saying that you are to enjoy this period of change, and not don't feel bogged down about it. Actually enjoy the additional stress in a way. Make it propel you forward, use it to your advantage. Allow it to, allow it to let you prioritize things and start taking out things that maybe don't have any value anymore. So yeah, it's a good thing that's happening, this change. Your partner may be a Leo, and they could have been pursuing you quite adamantly. And maybe they've met with you. I mean, maybe the Knight of Pentacles is you. Maybe it was you that was kind of holding back and waiting. This person thinks the world of you by the looks of it with the Sun card here. They really feel like you possibly are soulmates, that you get along really well. You have a lot of fun together. Well, you did in the past. And I think in the past it was very innocent. It was just the meeting of two maybe kindred souls, especially with the Two of Cups here at the crowning point in the reading. I feel your partner just really felt they could be completely open with you, completely honest with you. That might be why they kind of, even though they are scared, they are still kind of having that judgment energy where they're still, they feel very open and very, I think they feel quite secure around you. Possibly because you're, you know, your natural Taurian energy of being quite a fixed sign. They might find that quite reassuring that you tend to take your time with things, and you're not running off anywhere, and at the same time you're not rushing into anything. And I think they really like that about you. But definitely this is a card of kindred spirits and honesty and fun as well, you know. So I think they just found you very fun. I think you guys just got along really well, and I think maybe you thought it was too good to be true, or, you know, as I said, had the natural, quite normal anxieties that come along with new relationships, and you may have been a little bit or come across as quite reserved and not really maybe forthcoming in the past because of that. So at the base of the reading, this is what your partner's actually thinking. They are thinking about new love. Again, there is this page again, so this does suggest there is a kind of age difference between you guys. We've got 2 knights and 2 pages, and 1 queen. I mean, this is definitely says this person is thinking about new love with you. They recognize that, you know, it's not going to be necessarily... Oh, my torch has gone. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, they recognize that... let me pause this. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that, guys. My phone's got a mind of its own. But yeah, your partner is definitely thinking about love and the new possibilities of love with the Ace of Cups here in their thoughts section. With the Page of Wands, I definitely would say that they are thinking quite a lot about this new beginning, and I feel they do, for them it's like a learning curve. I don't think you might be like not usually their type, not in a negative way, but maybe they've never really dealt with, maybe they've never been out with Taurus before, or dealt with someone like you before, and for them it's new, and they feel they'll be learning lots of new things with you. And I think they see it as a bit of an adventure. I mean, even if you are their usual type, this is still, they're quite excited about this new beginning, and I think they do believe that love could blossom here. So they have quite a lot of faith in the relationship. They're very curious. They've got an adventurous spirit when it comes to the relationship. They're ready to take on this new challenge. They're waiting to see what happens. I think there is definitely a strong sexual attraction here from your partner. And I think they are thinking of all the ways that maybe you guys could explore your sexual desires, I guess you could say, for want of a more sophisticated explanation. But yeah, I think they are quite interested in that, and I think it's probably to do with their age as well. I think that they just naturally possibly are quite have a high sex drive, but simply because it probably is to do with the fact that they're young and curious, and they're still kind of at that phase in their life where they're still exploring. So you are thinking in a fairly similar way. You are looking to also, I think in your mind you're like thinking, okay, I'll take a risk. I'll see what happens. I'll take one step forward. I'll give this a chance. In your mind, you're thinking, okay, I'll give it a chance and seeing what's going to come back. You're happy to kind of go through the motions, to do whatever it takes. Like I think you really do feel that there is some value here. That would be shown here in the Two of Coins anyway, that you do think that this does have some value, and you're willing to see what would happen if you were to put some effort into it. And I think that's what you're going to do. And then crowning the reading, we've got what your partner is intending to do. So your partner is intending to make a decision. And it's also intended to make a decision about love. So, and about this relationship with you. It could be that this person is feeling possibly quite, or intends to make a clear-cut decision to be with you, with the Two of Swords here. The Two of Swords could be an energy of like cutting something away in favor of something else. It could also be, you know, that you don't have all the answers. You know, that's the traditional translation of the card, is that you don't have all the answers, and you're trying to make a decision just based off, you know, your intuition, your feelings, and trying not to use logic. So that could be what this person is doing as well. They could just be trying to base their decisions on their emotions. They are feeling very strongly emotional towards you. I feel they do care about you a lot, and again, I think they are quite excited about this new beginning and entering a relationship with you, or taking the relationship to the next level. Or maybe you guys have just decided to finally give yourselves a title as, you know, a couple, i.e. kind of change your status on Facebook kind of thing. So it's got to that stage, and I feel that your partner is intending to, I think they want to keep their wits about them. They don't want to get too carried away with love. They're trying to, I think, keep their feet on the ground, whilst at the same time listening to their emotions, listening to how they really feel, trusting their intuition, trusting their instincts. And I think that's what they're going to be doing. Then they're not going to want to, I've even got here with the Four of Swords, where they're just kind of completely kind of putting down any logical decision making, and instead basing their decision on simply how they feel, and they feel like you are their soulmate, and that's all that matters. They're not using logic. They don't care if there is an age difference, or there are factors that would cause people to raise an eyebrow, or people to have a strong kind of negative opinion about, you know, whatever it is. They're just not concerned about any logical explanation for not having a relationship with you. They don't really, that's not what's important to them. I think they do recognise that there is a true connection between you two, and they want to pursue that. You know, they might want to spend some time with you even further and get to know you even more, and again further solidify this relationship, further, you know, make sure that title is given to you both as a couple of boyfriend and girlfriend. So then we've got the Knight of Cups. This is how you feel. So you again are feeling like, you know, this really supports the Three of Wands here, where it's like you're taking that risk, you're believing in love again. Your intentions is to be brave in love. So maybe there were, you know, with the Nine of Swords, there was a little bit of fear, maybe due to past mistakes or past disappointments that we all have, you know. And it looks like you're saying, no, I'm going to actually have some faith in love and what love can bring, and you're going to take it for what it is. It looks like with the Knight of Cups, you're there to, it's almost like an explorative card with the Knight of Cups. It's like you're going in with not with any particular outcome in mind, but just to enjoy love for what it is and appreciate the beauty of love for what it is. So you really are, you've got more of a open heart, I think, this month with your partner, and you really are trying to let this worry go, and instead believe in love a bit more. And it looks like, you know, with the Wheel of Fortune here, you know, fortune favours the brave, and it looks like there will be a lucky turn for you in the near future. With the Queen of Cups and the Four of Swords, this is how your partner will be feeling in the near future. They're going to be very much in love with with the idea of love with you. This might be a water sign that you're seeing. Hopefully a Cancerian. I've heard that Cancerians and Taurus are very complementary. So, yeah, hopefully it's a Cancerian. And yeah, they're very much in love with the idea of love. I feel that they're in the near future they'll be very happy, very emotionally content. They may also come across as very nurturing towards you, want to look after you. That's what makes me feel that maybe they could be a Cancer. But for them, they really, I think, are getting a lot of healing from this relationship, or they will be doing in the near future. They will feel very healed. They may even mature a bit more because of that. They may feel more secure in expressing their emotions. So we've got the Page of Cups here, like initially how they are kind of expressing themselves emotionally, and then they then have this kind of graduation, or they evolve into the Queen of Cups towards the end of the month. So they're feeling a lot more emotionally secure, a lot more freer to express how a lot more safe to express how they feel and give themselves a break, and also allow this relationship that you have to actually bring in a lot of healing for them. So it's kind of like they have that exhaling moment towards the end of the month, but they just feel very emotionally secure. They may not be very communicative. Again, we do have the Two of Swords here, where there is a kind of break in communication, so there won't be so much logical thinking and conversating. It'll be more about, they'll be like all lovey-dovey talk and that kind of stuff, rather than trying to problem solve any issues that you have. It'd be more like, let's just smother it with love, balm it with love, and it will just everything will fall into place, kind of thing. A very laid back attitude towards the end of the month from your partner, or from the end of the period really. Over the next few weeks they will be a lot more open emotionally this month, definitely, because they're thinking here with the Ace of Cups, and we've got this, the Two of Cups. So they will be quite emotionally open and available to you this month if you allow it. It looks like you really will be trying to do that. You're putting love first. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune here for you, advice to you, or how you're likely to be feeling towards the end of the period. With the Wheel of Fortune here, looks like you'll be feeling quite optimistic. You'll feel like not only has the World card come, but we've got the Judgment, but we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So it's a real ending and a new beginning of something. So it could be that you're finally letting go a lot of your fears. You feel that you've learned through your mistakes, or grown through your mistakes, and you really have graduated. And I feel that in this graduation of your own internal work, it looks like you now have finally been able to put something and leave something in the past, I think, with regards to how you feel about relationships, or this particular relationship, and you're now moving on to onto something better. The relationship hopefully is progressing into a more kind of wiser, more established relationship. But yeah, lots of good and positive changes will be happening in the near future. There's also 2 rings here, and we've got 2 rings here. So I don't know if possibly there could be a proposal. This could be all about some sort of marriage proposal, especially with the Knight of Pentacles here as well. Again, offering a ring. So, your partner is very much thinking about love and new beginnings, new adventures. So this could all be about a wedding proposal as well that's being accepted, and where a new karmic cycle will begin. So definitely something is being left and a new karmic cycle is beginning, which is great. Yeah. So yeah, looks like a lovely transition this month in your relationship, from being maybe a bit unstable or a bit non-started, to now flowing forward, when we're putting down all these swords, we're putting down the logic, and we're just getting into our feelings, and being honest about how we feel and believing in love. It seems to really be bringing in that change, which is also this card here, bringing in that change in your life that's allowing, you know, the wheels in your life to turn, and you move into this next phase of your relationship and life. So it's like, enjoy the change. It's just basically allowing you to reprioritize, it's allowing you to get rid of whatever isn't working for you, and to prioritize and make important what is working for you, and to work on that. So that's really great. Again, we do have a third knight here, so this tells you that there is going to be change, and we've got the Magician card upside down, so we'll stop there. So yeah, Knight of Wands is talking again about change, so there's definitely change in the air this month for you and your relationships, and it looks like it'd be very positive change, especially towards the end of the period. In your relationship, there'll be a lot more open, heartfelt kind of connections, not trying to be clever or problem solve, or you know, overthink things. It's just not going to be an overthinking month. It's going to be very relaxed and going with the flow, and allowing all the hard work to be done, leaving it in the past and focusing more on just enjoying this new beginning that you have together. So I'm going to pull some Wisdom of the Oracle cards for Taurus for October, for the next 30 days. Higher power does talk about karma and regeneration. So we've got time to go. Chaos and conflict, and we've got by the book. So overall, by the book, it's about kind of making your own rules up here. Not necessarily going by the book. So that could be what this whole putting down of swords is that maybe there is a particular way of having a relationship according to people around you that maybe you're not conforming to, and you have to kind of do things your way and make your own rules here. It is blessed by a higher power. This also for me represents the karmic energy of the relationship. I do feel like these changes have been brought, and that's why I think you're being asked to enjoy the change, because the change is moving on to something better, and it is a kind of karmic release I feel that you're having in a way, especially with the regeneration card here, and it equaling to 10. Again, an ending and a new beginning of regeneration in your relationship. Chaos and conflict. Again, I think with any change there's chaos and conflict. The chaos could be making some sort of compromise, having you guys work together. That could be part of the conflict. But ultimately we do see here we've got the zebra turning into a giraffe, it looks like here. And again, it's just talking about change, and I think it's talking to the two of coins here, where yes, change basically brings conflict, but you're being asked here to go with the flow and just enjoy the fact that you're getting rid of some things that you don't need. Obviously this zebra no longer needs to be a zebra, it needs to be a giraffe. So as much as that's not by the book, it is what it is, and it looks like it's going to be happier that way. So time to go again. It's talking about regeneration, moving forward. It's time to go, especially as this is, you know, this equals to 9. This is also a 9 card, and I think it's talking about letting go. It's time to go. It's time to move on to that next positive phase. If you have been faced with depression or some sort of anxiety, you know, this relationship that you're having at the moment may be an opportunity for you to heal that, or you could use it to heal that, or it's a great time now to let that go if you can, in any way that you can. You'll be encouraged here to let it go, allow the changes to come in, to basically allow you to let go of these negative feelings, as it has been a never-ending story. It's something that's probably, it's like, for me, I feel it's just a major lesson that you're learning, especially with the world card being central. It's a major lesson that you're learning in order to help you regenerate, to you've graduated, you know, and you've learnt this lesson over and over again, and you finally, it looks like, learnt this lesson, and it's now time to move forward. And yes, change will be a bit scary, but you're being looked after here by the higher power, and you can make up your own rules to make it work for you, and it's your time to regenerate. Yeah, and it's also you know, right on top of the Knight of Cups, so I feel like it's asked you to regenerate your yourself with regards to relationship, with regards to love, to let go of any negative experiences that you've had in love in the past, because they seem to be colouring or sabotaging your relationships. So I feel like it's just time to believe in love again, and it looks like that's your intention anyway. So yeah, and the cards are just saying, yep, go for it. So I hope that was a clear reading. It's a little bit all over the place, but hope you enjoyed it. If you did, again, please do like, share and subscribe. Check out my Instagram page for my merchandise. And yeah, if you do want to support the channel further, please do make a donation. No donation is too small. It all helps towards sustaining and maintaining the channel. So thanks again for stopping by, Taurus. Take very good care. Bye.